Alright, what's up guys? I hope you're well. We've got the Underground today. We're reviewing the Underground, which is like an anime style play to earn game that is coming up. They're filling up their whitelist spot pretty quickly today, so we're gonna review this project. I've got an awesome announcement for you guys. Why? Is because we're allowed to give out 5 whitelist spots for this project. If you want to participate in that, which you do, make sure you join the Discord link or my Twitter or probably both, so you're up to date for the announcements coming up on this whitelist spot. Why am I excited about this one? Well, of course, if you look at the art alone already, you know that this game or this project is gonna be a big one. All right, this is falls in line exactly with the style that is going on right now within the NFT play to earn scene. Of course, it's not just the art alone, but it's the overall project around it, the way they set up the project, the ecosystem that is important. But the first most important thing you look for is of course the art. Why? Is because that's kind of what's going to attract the masses towards a project like that, and they've done an awesome job with the art. This is kind of the anime style projects, what the characters are going to look like. But it's not just the art that these guys have done very well. They've set up the ecosystem of their NFT. They're gonna release their coin, which is the blood coin, an ERC20 token as well. We're so early with this project. Of course, I always bring you guys the early projects. The earlier you are, the more chances you get to participate in the whitelist. Of course, the cheaper it is to be able to get in. But with this, we are so early already, but it's not like they haven't really come up with anything yet and we're just waiting and hoping that they come up with things that are gonna be good for the project overall and that's gonna build up trust with us. Nah, these guys, they're so early with this project, but they've established themselves within, developing the foundations of that project so well already that you can go through their white list, which we're gonna do. You can see how they've set up things, and you know already before anything has been released yet, you know that this game is gonna do very, very well in this market, right? That's my opinion, at least. Of course, nothing that I say is financial advice. Everything is my personal opinion only. But when you look into this project, I think everybody's going to be sold on it. Why is, well, of course, it falls in line with what's going on in the market right now. Everybody knows, at least you should know, Azuki. I mentioned Azuki like a week and a half ago. Floor price was sitting at like 3 Ethereum. Right now, it is sitting at 4.5. A little bit of a different style than what the Underground is like. I think the Underground is a little bit more like raw-ish or something, a raw anime style. But it does fall in line with things that are happening. A lot of projects are going a little bit more into that anime style, right? Floor price here is sitting at 7.5 right now. I'm looking to buy one probably today or tomorrow because I just think the art is awesome. But let's focus on the Underground. Why do I think that this project has the potential to do just as good or better? Well, to be honest, they've got a lot more to offer right now already than a project like Azuki that's out there right now already. Why? Is because their white paper and their ecosystem is further in development. So the idea behind the project is this, right? The Underground is a staking game with stunning algorithm. This word is coming through a couple of more times and I struggle pronouncing this, but algorithmically generated art of 12,000 unique fighters and Yakuza NFTs. The Yakuza is like the Japanese mobs style, which is funny because in our Discord we are developing our own NFT project as well. Of course, if you want to be a part of that, you want to stay up to date, again, make sure you join the Discord because there's a lot of things happening in there. But the funny thing is that Azuka is like the Japanese mob style, and we've talked about getting in towards that art style as well, which I think is going to attract a lot of people. It's awesome. It's very unique as well. But these 12,000 NFTs, that's going to be Gen 0. They're going to generate blood. They earn blood, which is the token, right? So by staking that token, which is going to happen in the arena, you will earn the ERC20 blood token blood. You can get gold, and gold is the ultimate prize for everyone, but gold does not come cheap. So you need 1 million blood to get a gold NFT. And you can level up your fighters to earn faster and earn ring and amulets, which is also NFTs strategically, and these will help you generate more blood. It's well thought through already. We're going to get into the white paper in a second, but this is the overall view, the way you want to look at this project. Right. The funny thing is with this project, usually I always say we don't focus too much on what's happening in the game. We're focusing as an investor point of view, how they've set up the ecosystem, how they attract other people. There's certain aspects of an NFT game that you're looking for when investing, because we're looking at it from how do we make money on a point of view. With this project, we're actually looking a little bit more at how they've set up in-game, the in-game structure, the in-game ecosystem. Why? is because, again, I think it's so well set up that the in-game is very, very important for us as investors to understand, because that's also how we're going to be able to make money on a project like this. And of course, if you just really like the project, then you could just get the NFTs and participate in it. And it's going to be very easy and very quick already from the start, that you can use your NFT in-game, earn tokens, and farm it or stake it, and be able to generate more money by, staking and leveling up. But cool, you have fighters. 90% of the NFTs are going to be fighters. 10% of the NFTs are going to be Yakuza, which is the more rare one. They both earn blood. This one earns blood by staking it, and this one collects taxes from all the staked fighters. So the more fighters they're staked and the higher the levels they are, the more blood Yakuza will get. So then you have the blood, which is there to buy items and improve your gameplay with. Then you have rings and amulets. You can earn 100 blood for all NFTs in your wallet per ring. So you hold, for example, 4 NFTs. You have a ring, then all 4 NFTs will generate an extra 100 blood. And then you have your amulet, which delay level down by 3 days for all NFTs in your wallet. So if you don't do anything, if you don't level up your NFT for more than 7 days, you level down again, and this is delaying for 3 days. Cool thing with that is it's gonna keep people interactive. It's gonna get people to be engaged. They don't just stake their NFT, leave it there and forget about it. No, they need to actively be part of it. Why is that good? Why is that important? Because the engagement is always important. Some people just stake NFTs and they earn money with it, which is fine, which is good, and I think that concept definitely works. But this way you keep people more interactive, more engaged, which obviously helps within the community itself, and probably will keep people there longer as well. And you do like it in your own project when people are there for the longer term. They grow along with you. All right, and then lastly you have gold, and gold is the ultimate prize for all players. So you need to burn 1 million tokens of blood to be able to get gold, which is cool because that burning system reduces the total supply of blood tokens, which of course keeps the price higher. There's a good system in place for this. Here they break this down properly. So there's 2.5 billion total, the maximum supply of blood tokens, right? But again, you need to burn these tokens to be able to get these gold NFTs. So what happens is you stake your NFTs, right? You generate blood by doing so. And of course, the higher your level, the more blood you generate. But eventually there's a good burning system in place as well, which brings the maximum supply of blood tokens down, which helps with increase of token, of the token value, right? So this is the economy. It's very simple, but very well thought through because this works. Why? Well, you're going to mint your NFTs, of course. Then you level up or you level down if you don't do anything with them. But you level up your NFTs, you stake them, and you generate blood that way, right? So the higher level your NFT is, the more blood you're going to earn. Then you're going to use that blood eventually because you need to burn. You're going to burn that blood because you need to use that to be able to get more NFTs. You can also get Gen 1 NFTs after the Gen 0. This is the Gen 0, of course, at the mint. And then you can also level up, and then you can use gold, or you can get gold NFTs, you can get amulets and rings. And for all that, you need to burn blood, right? Which makes sense. So that's 90% fighters, 10% Yakuza, as we already said. And blood supply approaches maximum supply slowly, and there will be enough coin burning happening to have a balanced economy. This is then the game roadmap itself. So only the strongest will get gold. Why? Because 1 million tokens is quite a lot. So you definitely need to either have a lot of these NFTs or have a high level of it, probably both, to be able to actually get 1 million tokens to be able to get that gold NFT. So round 1, Fight Club, opens on the day of the mint. That's here, play to earn game. This is not open yet, of course, because the mint hasn't happened yet. The mint is roughly happening in 2 to 3 weeks. Which will launch then. The way this works, I believe, is this, right? This is how I think this is going to happen. There's fighters and Yakuza, you can stake them. There's now nothing staked, obviously, because there's no NFTs yet. Here you choose how many you want to stake. Then you leave that, you can sit that in there. You can eventually, of course, you mint, right? Then you can mint generation 1 as well. You need 14,000 blood to be able to mint a generation 1. I'm going to assume generation 0 is going to be a lot stronger, a lot more value in there, right? Then you stake them, you can stake them. Here you will have all your NFTs staked, and you can see the different levels of them. Then this is how much blood you've generated, this is how you've staked. Then you can claim your blood tokens because that's what you've earned, and then you can use that again for leveling up and getting, you know, the amulets and rings. And you can also unstake it, so you can claim your blood tokens and you can unstake it if you want to. And here you can get your rings and amulets if you want to by buying them. So a ring costs 10k blood and a mint amulet is going to be 160k blood, which then gets burned, which helps with the decrease in total supply. So looks very simple, which it kind of is, but it's a good setup, right? It makes total sense for everybody to understand. It's not too complicated with a whole like difficult mathematical formula. It just makes total sense to do it this way, which attracts more people to be able to actually participate. And if it's too difficult, you see people that just, you know, leave it because it's just too much trouble to actually understand and get through it. So the fight club opens on the day of the mint. You can stake your fighters and your Yakuza to earn blood. Step 1, cool. Then you can buy generation 1 fighters and Yakuza with blood. So every 14,000 you buy one. The more NFTs you of course have, the more blood you're going to generate. Then you level up your fighters to earn even more blood, and then you get your gold for 1 million. So you want to get as many NFTs as possible, probably get the generation 1, then you level them up by using your blood again, and then that's how you're eventually going to get towards that 1 million. All right, then the gameplay is kind of what we just mentioned, right? You mint the generation 0, only 10% of them is going to be that Yakuza. They're going to generate a lot more. Then you stake your fighters in your Yakuza, aka you earn blood, which we've just talked about, right? This is the system with the tax. So the Yakuza, they don't just generate blood here. The fighters, you stake them, they generate 500 blood per day, and then every level that you go up, they generate 1,000 extra. That's a one level up. I think that's mentioned somewhere here. Yeah, here we go. Each level up, it's gonna be 1,000 blood extra. With the Yakuza, it's a little bit different. Why? Is because they collect taxes from the fighters, right? So how that works is the more fighters are staked and the more blood they earn, the more Yakuza will collect in taxes. And another thing, the Yakuza can actually, they have a chance of stealing Gen 1 NFTs, which what that means is sometimes you might actually have an extra NFT in your wallet because you had a Yakuza and then suddenly you stole one, and then you might have an extra NFT in your wallet overnight, which is cool. So you definitely do want to have one of these Yakuzas if you're going to be part of this game for a little bit of a longer term. In my opinion, if I don't mint one, I would definitely buy one. If I'm gonna be in this game for the longer term, I would sweep one of these away straight away from the start. But again, my personal opinion. All right, cool. So you can mint generation 1. You use the blood that you've earned to mint more NFTs, Gen 1 NFTs. They have the same features as Gen 0, but are minted with blood instead. More fighters and Yakuza will earn you more blood per day. But take care, Gen 1 NFTs can be stolen. All right, cool. So that's the bit of the difference, right? Generation 0 can't be stolen, Generation 1 can be stolen. So if you don't have a Yakuza, but you just have fighters and you stake them and you earn a new NFT, might be the case that gets stolen, which would be very annoying and very sad of the hard work that you've put in to be able to get one. Then fighters and level, which we've just talked about, it's kind of your XP, 1,000 per day per fighter is what you get from leveling up. There's a different system with the Yakuza. They don't have levels, right? So they come in a rank between 5 to 8. You're just gonna have to be lucky if you get one. Same with the fighters. It's gonna be level 0 to 3, right? You can get one from level 0, but you can also get one from level 3 when minting it. You know, you just have to be lucky there. Same thing with Yakuza. You can get one from rank 5 up to 8. That just depends, you know, you're just gonna have to be lucky. With the mint, you're gonna find out probably during the review. I'm gonna assume what rank you actually have and which one you have. Then the team, this is the team. We're not gonna get in too much of the team. I have spoke to board, Punk Ape, and also to Nilo that helped me quite a lot with information of the project, which is cool. I just asked questions and I was allowed to ask as many questions as I wanted to, and they just gave me a very good breakdown of what's happening with the project. You can tell they're passionate about what they're doing, which I think is very important when you develop your project, right? How much can be minted? You can mint 5 during pre-sale and then 10 during the public price, which is happening in 2 to 3 weeks. That's not why we're here though. We don't want to have that information. What we do want is more information on the white paper. So It is happening in 2 to 3 weeks. The dates aren't fully confirmed yet. The price isn't confirmed yet either. So it's going to be on the Avalanche blockchain, right? Which is did be mentioned here within the fact sheet. So it's going to be on the Avalanche blockchain. Why did they choose for that? To kind of avoid all the gas fees, right? Which is clever, I think. If you look at the gas war that's happening right now with Ethereum, it's insane. It's out of the roof. People have to pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for gas fee consistently. Well, with the Avalanche, that doesn't happen anymore. So you can mint one for very cheap. Well, obviously, you pay the price for the mint price, but no gas fee. And after that, if you want to trade the NFTs back and forth, you don't have that gas fee problem either. It's not going to be on OpenSea, but it is going to be somewhere else. Avalanche Marketplace, which is marketplace.kalao.io, right? Which makes sense because, of course, it's gonna be an OpenSea because OpenSea right now is only Ethereum chain, but that's gonna have change. They are gonna open up on Solana, so they probably will open up on Polygon and Avalanche eventually afterwards as well, right? What else do we need to know about this project? We will know a little bit more about the structure of the characters and stuff, right? So this is their white paper. Do you have what it takes in the underground? Their style is, of course, that like anime type of style, but it is a little bit raw, as I said at the start as well. It's a little bit like underground, that's where the name comes from as well. But what they've focused on here is they've stolen a couple of things, stolen in a positive way from projects that have done very well. So the Wolf game, their ecosystem is of course have done very well. They've taken things from their project and they've kind of just built around that system, but then tried to do it a little bit better. Which right now it seems like they've done that. But of course, we're gonna have to see how that actually, happens when, how that actually works out when they're live and when things are working. You're probably gonna come across a couple of trouble here and there along the way, which is normal, which happens, right? So it's gonna be a strategy game. Wolf game and Wizards and Dragons have radically shifted the NFT landscape and undoubtedly for the better. Incorporation of sophisticated and immersive tokenomics with popular game mechanisms has brought new and much needed utility to the space. We welcome their success, but like any modernizers, we are sure that they will agree that innovation must breed further innovation. That's where the underground steps in. So they've taken things from their projects, they used what worked well and tried to improve on it, which is how we innovate, which is how we consistently do improve over time, right? So they love pixel art, but felt it was possible to combine beautiful bespoke anime and that can be used as profile picture avatars with a successful, innovative, community-led staking game so that our holders can gain extra utility with their NFTs. Our currency can be used in a range of different ways to upgrade fighters, to purchase other valuable in-game items, or simply be saved up and accumulated. The beauty of a game will be in the power it gives to users. The countless different strategies can be pursued. The challenge will be in finding the best strategy to get ahead of your fellow players and reap the rewards, which makes sense. Are you going to consistently mint new NFTs? Are you going to get those rings and amulets? What's going to be your strategy? How are you going to do this? Which is going to be cool to see, and that's where the interaction again comes in from the community itself. And of course, as we said, no gas fee because it is going to be built on Avalanche. All right, so the game overview, which is you're going to be earning blood buys Gen 1, and then blood also helps you get the rings and the amulets, which we've already said. The game roadmap we've already looked at. Here we go. This is what I wanted to look at, the fighters. This looks awesome, right? This definitely can be a good profile picture. A lot of people want to get profile pictures of NFTs that are expensive. I have my mutant ape, of course. People have like their bored ape. People have their citizen from Neo Tokyo. Now people are starting to get their Azuki, so they always want to get one that's a little bit more expensive. If this game does well, this can definitely be up there. And if the people just like this project and they're going to use this as a profile picture, well, you definitely look at somebody's Twitter, Discord, Telegram, whatever, with a profile picture like that, and I'm like, all right, cool, that looks awesome. That's a good project. What the hell is that project? I want to know more about it, right? And that's always what you want. You want people to be intrigued and kind of feel like invited, like, all right, cool, let me know a little bit more about that project. So you have the minting, which we said, then the staking comes in straight away at the start. So the arena is going to be happening straight away after the mint, and then you can stake your NFTs and you can earn blood straight away from the start. Fight to the death. Players can also raise the stakes and fight to the death. We will ask our holders to vote on what the outcome of these risky fights should be. Whether the winner takes the loser's fighter or the loser's fighter is killed and the loser loses their unclaimed blood, creating a deflationary mechanism. This is cool. This hasn't been decided yet. If you're going to be part of this project, you can decide how the actual setup is going to be. Of course, with a game like this that looks like this, yeah, you're gonna play or you're gonna fight each other. And there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. Does the person that loses actually lose a lot, lose their NFT, lose all their earned blood? Or is that too hard of a punishment for losing? Does that, maybe get people to move away from the project again if they lose everything they won? Well, that is something that the people involved in the project can, of course, decide on. Then claiming, if a fighter wants to claim their blood, they must pay a 20% protection fee to Yakuza, and they must pay then stay staked for at least 24 hours after claiming. So you've earned yourself, let's say 20,000 tokens, and you want to you want to claim and unstake. Well, then you first need to pay 20% of that 20,000 to Yakuza, and then you still need to wait 24 hours before they can be claimed. Sorry. And then unstaking, leaving the arena is dangerous. When unstaking, there is a 50% chance the Yakuza steal all your unclaimed blood because, well, they're the Yakuza. So again, you've earned something, you've paid a 20% fee, and then you eventually want to unstake. It could be the case that you have to give away all your blood. Why are they doing this? Of course, it's an in-game feature that gets people excited or scared a little bit. There's emotions involved. But of course, it also encourages people to just leave it staked, which is what they want, right? Which makes sense. Then you have the Yakuza. I love this one. I'm definitely going to make sure I get one of these. If I don't mint one, I'll buy one of whoever lists his one on the marketplace. Yakuza collects blood from fighters and also steal mints from other players. Like any other good crime organization, they're ranked. So you have level 8 or 5 up until 8, which is 8 being the biggest one. And this is the setup of how you're going to be able to get the blood token, right? So the level 8 one, I'm not going to pronounce this, but Oyabun and a Shatai are both staked. If 130,000 blood have been accumulated in protection fees, the level 8 one will be able to claim 80,000 of that, and the Shatai one will be able to claim 50,000 of that. If newly minted fighter or Yakuza is stolen, the Abion, which is the level 8 one, the boss, has a 62% chance of receiving it, and the Shatai will have a 38% chance of receiving it. That's how it's divided with different ranks. Minting, you can mint one which is rare, which is a 10% chance of minting it, and then you can stake. The Yakuza's have 4 ways of earning. They earn 20% of blood by the claimed by staked fighters. They earn 50% of fighters who unstake, and they also fight in the arena where they can earn blood themselves. They also steal 10% of new mints from users who's not to pay the mint tribute fee. So there's 4 ways for these guys to earn blood, which is of course a lot more. So you're gonna see this on secondary market where these guys are gonna be worth a lot more than, of course, the fighters. So if you mint one of these, yeah, you're lucky. Fight to the death, like fighters, the Yakuza can also fight to the death. And as above, we will ask our holders to vote on what the outcome of these fighters should be, which is cool. They haven't decided that yet. So claiming, unstaking, then you have the blood token, which we've already went through, and then the minting. There's 90% chance of minting a fighter, 10% chance of minting a Yakuza. Gen 0 is what you get minted, and they cannot be stolen by Yakuza. So that's important to understand as well. However, there's a 10% chance of a Yakuza stealing a Gen 1 mint. What I'm curious about, so Gen 1 NFTs can be minted with blood, and they will be progressively more expensive than their supply do. I'm going to assume that you will be able to, because I think, where is that little bit? Total supply, here we go, here. 12,000 Gen 0 NFTs, which is going to be the mint, right? And then 48,000 Gen 1 NFTs, they can be minted with blood. So eventually the total supply will be 60,000 NFTs. I'm curious to see if you can sell these on the secondary market as well. I'm going to assume you can, because they're actually going to be minted. So eventually the supply that can be bought on the secondary market is going to be 60,000 total NFTs, of which 6,000, 10% is going to be Yakuza, and then 54,000 is going to be the fighters. Look, that's all the information that we have on this project right now. The date isn't fully known yet, and the price of the NFT we don't know yet either, because I said it before, we are early. I'm bringing you the early goods with this project. I'm very curious to see what you guys think of this project. Again, I'm excited. We're allowed to give out 5 whitelist spots for this project. So you want to participate in that whitelist competition, join the Discord, join Twitter, so you can stay updated on this giveaway. It's gonna be for 48 hours, and I'm gonna start it up later on today. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.